people have wanted this for so long. There's so many people on social media that'll be like, oh man, man, you need to break off and go on your own. You need to turn on the New Day. These wedge drivers out there. Keep trying to drive a wedge in between the New Day. They've been trying to do it for years, you know?
Hey there, everyone. Rick Ucchino here once again for the Sportskeeda Wrestling YouTube channel, and I have the pleasure of being with someone that you all know, you all love, former WWE Champion. Hell, he's a Grand Slam champion on top of that. 1/3 of the New Day, and a big match tonight on Raw. Kofi Kingston, how are we doing, good sir?
Oh, fantastic, man. You know, I can tell it's going to be a good day. You know, feeling real good, you know, chilling in the hotel room, you know, getting the day started. Everything is all great.
All right. And, you know, we all saw what happened to Big E on Friday, right? And I think it's fair to say most wrestling fans were like, well, I sure hope this leads to the New Day and the Bloodline at Survivor Series. And WWE went, screw that. Why wait? And we're going to get it tonight on Monday Night Raw. How surprised are you that this is going down so soon? And, you know, what was your reaction when you found out?
Oh, nothing surprises me. I mean, I think the great thing about WWE is that you don't know like what's going on. I think a lot of people were upset. You know, people get upset when they can't predict what's happening. You know, Why are we doing this? No, you should be building this. You want to talk about how to build a show? How about just enjoy the match that you're about to get sooner than later? You don't know what's going to happen at Survivor Series. We might do it again and do it even better. You know, and it's going to be really, really good. So the way that we do things, man, is you know, we work towards a great product. You know what I'm saying, in terms of telling the story. So sit back and relax and enjoy the story that's being told to you. You know, you already know the history between the New Day and the Usos. You know what I mean? I talked about this in an interview yesterday, where like you know, back in the day, you used to have like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. They would feud for the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah. And then it'd be amazing matches, classics, right? And they go off, do their own thing, have different rivalries, and they get better. You know, they grow as competitors, and then they come back around to feud for the WWE Championship. And you see it again. It's like, oh my God, like there's so much more at stake. And that's kind of like really what's going on right now, right? Like with us and the Usos. I mean, when the Usos really started popping off, they got rid of their face paint and like the traditional Samoan attire, and they started being more themselves. As the New Day was coming up and we were trying to find ourselves, and we had these incredible, what the kids call bangers these days. You know what I mean? We had these incredible matches that got better and better exponentially every single match. You talk about like Big E and Roman Reigns, right? Like these are two guys. So, and Big E will tell the story a lot better, but long story short, he was actually supposed to be in the Shield a long time ago, way back when they were like picking people from, you know what I mean, like from FCW to come up. So, you know, Roman gets the call. Roman goes off and he builds himself and does all these incredible things. Had an incredible run with the Shield. You know, Roman is Roman, and also Big E has done some incredible things and incredible growth. You think about like when he came in as a stoic bodyguard for AJ Lee and Dolph Ziggler, and now like all the personality that he has like been able to show everybody, and now like everyone loves Big E. So there's a big journey there too. And now these guys circle back up, you know, and here they come back around as the WWE Champion and the Universal Champion going at it. So the story is already there. You know what I'm saying? We're excited as competitors and performers, because like I said, all those guys, you know, the Bloodline, they're incredible performers. They have it in their blood, no pun intended, but they've been doing this for a long time. And like I said, man, anytime we get together, it's always a banger. So we're looking forward to it tonight. And then who knows where it goes from there, but we got to get through tonight first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you kind of answered my next question perfectly, because you and the Usos, you do have this storied rivalry. You know, these fantastic matches that you guys have put on. Hell in a Cell stands out to me, and you know, obviously now you add the tribal chief, the head of the table, into the mix. I was gonna ask you what he adds to it. You answered it right there. He adds a whole lot to the mix here.
Oh my God, yeah, him for sure. Like I think this past year, Roman has really found himself, you know, just this like cool, cocky, collected, sadistic, you know, persona Um, it just feels right. I think we all saw it during the pandemic, and we're watching it unfold. Like, oh, this tribal chief thing, he found it. You know, you get on the edge of your seat, and you want to know like what he's gonna say next and how he's gonna perform. Like, so yeah, it's obviously Roman brings a lot to the table when you talk about this rivalry. But yeah, we've mixed it up with Roman too. I mean, the New Day and the Shield have had some incredible matches, but I think the difference is, like I said before, Roman has grown so much since those days. And, you know, now he's like the best version of himself.
A lot of variables still at play here too tonight, because most assuredly Bobby Lashley not sitting happy with what went down on Monday. Brock Lesnar, another man you're familiar with, wants a piece of Roman Reigns. So does Finn Balor. I feel like all hell could kind of break loose tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man, is that you never know. I think the best part about WWE is when like all the different stories really start to interconnect, you know, in a meaningful way. Like, man, trust me, I know how quickly a championship reign can end, you know, and Bobby experienced it. It's just like that. And all of a sudden now we're off to the next thing. And I know, like you said, man, Bobby and MVP are not gonna, it's not gonna sit well with them. So we got to keep our heads on a swivel at all times. Luckily now Big E is on, you know, is on Raw at least more frequently now. And he has us to kind of watch his back too. So I think there's going to be a lot of people gunning for him, man. I think there's going to be a lot of people gunning for him.
Let's talk about your boy Big E here for a second. You know, he was obviously there at WrestleMania 35 when you captured your first WWE Championship. Now, 2.5 years later, you're there to see him capture his first world title. You know, what was that moment like for you, and what does it mean to you personally to finally see E get this much deserved world title win?
Man, it was incredible. Like, I'm still getting like goosebumps just thinking about it. The fact that it actually happened, and that's not to say that like I didn't expect it to happen, but being around for so long, you kind of get accustomed to things changing, especially at the last minute. So I didn't want to get my hopes up, you know, that something all of a sudden, oh, well, things have changed and we're going to go this route and we're going to try to do this. We're going to, you know, so I try not to invest emotionally into anything until it actually happens, because then you get upset and you know, you're devastated and all that. But it happened, and Big E made it happen, and I couldn't be happier. It's so amazing. And I talk about like growth, right? And Big E, and he'll tell you, his career started when somebody asked him, hey, do you want to be a wrestler? You want to try out this wrestling? He said, oh, yeah, sure. Why not? We'll give it a shot. Off a whim, you know, him being in the right place at the right time. If he doesn't have that conversation, then who knows what he's doing? You know what I mean? Maybe playing football somewhere, maybe teaching somewhere. That's what he was doing before. But that conversation did happen. And Big E, like, he made the most of it. You know, there's a lot of people that come from a lot of different walks of life in WWE, and you see some people maybe get to a certain point and they kind of coast or they rest on their laurels. Big E has never been one to do that. And I've watched him go again from the stoic bodyguard to the man with the most personality in WWE. He is always trying to get better, literally every single day. Like when we are like, me, him, and Woods, we text every single day. But he always has ideas. Hey, maybe we should switch this up. Should we do this? Should we do this? He's always constantly thinking about how to get better. And he got better and better and better and better, you know, and really it had the people, force the people to embrace him. You couldn't help it because he's such a lovable guy, you know, like this huge behemoth of a man with these, you know, 30-inch arms, like legit, you know, huge man comes out that can make you scared if he wanted to. But then he can be a teddy bear if he wants to. He's an incredible athlete. He should not be able to move the way that he moves at that size. He should not be able to do that, but he does. You know, he's a powerhouse. He's agile. And like I said, he's just gotten better and better and better and better. And the people have wanted this for so long. There's so many people on social media that'll be like, oh man, you need to break off and go on your own. You need to turn on the new day. These wedge drivers out there. Keep trying to drive a wedge in between the new day. They've been trying to do it for years, you know? And he stuck to his guns, man. Like, our bond is like a brotherhood. People told him that he had to be serious. Well, now that you're on your own, you can't come out there dancing and doing all these things. You gotta be serious. And you're trying to tell Big E how to beat Big E when the reason that you embraced him in the first place is because he was himself. You know what I'm saying? So
Amen.
The fact that he was able to stay true to himself, and get to the top of the pinnacle of wrestling, to hold the most prestigious title in the history of the wrestling industry is amazing. Like, what a story, just constantly climbing. And even still as champion, he's trying to find ways to be the best champion. So I couldn't be more proud of him, man. He's worked so hard. Grown as a competitor, grown as a performer, grown as a person. He's changed so much for the better. Just always getting better, and he's always had that mentality. And not to mention, like I said, the people have wanted this for so long. So I'm glad that we get to give that to them. And for me to see the product of the hard work and dedication and sacrifice that he has put forth over the years is just awesome. And not to mention, it happened in my hometown, nonetheless, in Boston, in the Bean Town, so there's just so many crazy emotions going on for sure.
I do want to take a quick second, though, to shout out Xavier Woods as well, because as cool as it was seeing Big E win that WWE Championship, and that was my first thought. It was like, man, this is so awesome. I've wanted this for so long. Almost immediately, my second thought was, I hope Xavier gets his time too. Like, this might just be me, but I don't think he gets near the amount of credit that he deserves. I think he is one of the best overall all-around performers in the entire business today, and I really hope he gets his moment before it's all said and done, whether it's the King of the Ring or a world title win or both. I want that for him so damn badly.
Yeah, and you hit the nail right on the head too, especially going back and watching the videos, and then obviously knowing Xavier, he'll tell you, oh, I don't want to be a world champion, man. He's just so he's very underrated. Number one, incredibly underrated. I don't think people understand his wrestling mind is legit top notch. Having conversations with him and talking about matches and ideas. Top-notch wrestling mind for sure. The New Day doesn't happen if Xavier Woods doesn't have the idea culminating in that, that big old cauldron, that he calls his brain, So yeah, incredibly underrated for sure. Up, up, down, down, right? We used to play video games. We play our PSPs. We played video games all backstage for years before Woods was even on the roster. And then Woods comes around, and then within a year, he has the idea to put it all on YouTube, and now it's at 2 million subscribers.
Yeah.
Why didn't anyone think it? Of course people would want to see that. It seems so obvious, but his mind just operates different, and the heart and soul that he's put into that. But going back to accolades, I think it would be great if all of us held the WWE Championship or the Universal Championship at some point. I definitely want that for Woods, but what he wants, and you touched on it a little bit earlier, what he wants more than anything is that King of the Ring. He wants that crown, bruh. He wants that crown, and I want that so badly from him. That's all he ever talks about. That's the one thing that he wants to do. So hopefully, we're gonna try to positively affirm a King of the Ring tournament into existence, number one. And we got to have Woods at the top, man, and wearing the crown, because I think that and this obviously it happens to a very small percentage of people, but I feel like everybody deserves to have their dream come true in this industry, man. It's there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. When I became WWE champion, I used to, back in the day when I was a kid, I used to have visions of myself being the WWE champion, wrestling for the WWE title with the kids in my neighborhood, which I don't encourage. Kids don't go wrestling each other in the neighborhood. I don't want you to say Kofi said it was okay. This is how he did it. Don't put that on me. But that's what I envisioned, and then it came to reality. Big E, as soon as he got signed, and the thought of wanting to be better, envisioned himself at the top of this industry and being the face of the company. And here he is now. It's in reality. So So that's Woods with the King of the Ring, man. You know, that's what he wants. That's all he ever talks about. That's all he ever visualizes. So yeah, we got to find a way to make it happen for sure. Oh man, you might not want it to happen, because as soon as it does, the New Day will have unlocked all the achievements. We will have done it all. That will have been it. That will have been it. We might put the crown on and then just walk with the whole brigade just right on to our cars, drive all the way home, and enjoy retirement. So I don't know if that's what you really want.
But you said Xavier's got that mind, man. He'll come up with something new for y'all to achieve.
I know. It's very true. Very true, man. Yeah, we'll see.
One other thing I got to bring up real quick, because I know we're running out of time. I just got to say, man, the gear game has been on point lately. Big E rocking the Fuji's outfit on Friday was fantastic. Yeah. You and Woods with Mortal Kombat, which I think is some of the greatest gear I've ever seen. Power Rangers, now the Outsiders tribute gear. And what's that decision-making process like for you guys when you're trying to come up with this tribute gear? And is there anything else major in the works?
Yeah, we take our gear very seriously. I don't think anyone on the roster takes their gear as seriously as us. I've always been a gear guy. If you go back and look at all my older, like, you know, old school Kofi Kingston logo infused with Batman, or you know, the Joker, or the Riddler, or you know, whatever it may be. And then you go and look at Woods' stuff. He's done a lot of crazy stuff. I mean, he's a cosplayer, a professional cosplayer, as if I may say so. And he takes his gear very seriously too. So when we started to get together and we started going back and forth with like gear ideas, boy, it's something special, something dangerous, boy. You know, and he too, you know. Initially, it was like, oh, he'll just wear whatever we want him to wear, like Dragon Ball Z stuff we did. He didn't really know anything about it, but he comes out there looking like a Super Saiyan, you know. Yeah. But now the whole Fuji's idea, that was his idea, you know. Right. So now, like the gear, it's awesome to see like that gear bug bite you. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you got to look the part, right? You got to look the part, and I think that when you first come out and the people see what you're wearing, like that's such an important element of the way that you're going to be perceived. So you got to come out looking crispy, man. Even if it's only for like 1 or 2 people, you know what I'm saying? Or 5 or 6 people. We came out with Dragon Con gear. There's like a carpet that goes that's famous, or that was famous at Dragon Con, that people would take pictures of and make outfits. We made gear that was like the same pattern as the carpet. So there's only a handful of people that will understand what it was, but it still looked good enough for people to look at and be like, oh, this is a really cool piece of gear, but the insiders know, and that's what we do it for. So we get a real kick out of that for sure.
All right, well, looking forward to seeing what you guys rock tonight. Big matchup. It's the New Day. It's the Bloodline. It's on Monday Night Raw. Can't wait to see this match. It is going to be a banger. A banger.
The kids, the young booties. You know,
gotta stay up with the lingo. You know, you gotta stay up with that.
Yeah, I just turned 40, so I don't know. I'm really far out of that loop. People were clowning me for the jeans shorts I was wearing last Monday, so I guess I'm out when it comes to style.
Well, you got young kids, so I'm sure you're all up on Bluey and Dino Ranch and all sorts of stuff.
We don't watch TV in my house. We don't watch TV. No, I don't know anything. When I tell you I'm out, I'm not lying. It's not an exaggeration, bro. It's not an exaggeration. I don't know nothing.
All right. Well, you know how to wrestle. That's for dang sure. We're going to watch you tonight, sir. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And I hope to talk to you again soon.
Right on, man. Take it easy.
Yes, appreciate it.